What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick Smackus, and today we are going to be discussing a brand new seasonal artifact mod added to Destiny 2 within Season of the Haunted Season 17. And guys, I think this just might be the best, the most powerful mod available this season. I've been putting it in more and more of my builds, but I don't see nearly enough people talking about this thing, so absolutely, we need to make this video. So, this mod is Flame Harvesting. Now, it says Solar Exotic Final Blows creates Solar Elemental Wells. Now, Elemental Well builds right now are very, very good. They are really the meta within PvE, right? Warmind cells got nerfed dramatically. A lot of the best Charged with Light payoffs got nerfed dramatically, and so that kind of leaves Elemental Wells. Previously, we had Void builds and Void Elemental Wells, and those were extremely powerful. Now with Solar 3.0, people are often shifting towards those Solar Elemental Well builds. But you need something to produce elemental wells. Honestly, what I usually go with is something like elemental ordnance. That's going to guarantee a solar elemental well if you get a grenade kill. But obviously that means you have to spec really hard into discipline. You have to be getting your grenade consistently. In addition to that, for solar, you do have explosive well maker, which is great if you are using something like a solar grenade launcher. But guys, flame harvesting is by such an incredible margin the best well-producing mod in the entire game. It blows my mind. Let me show you. So, I'm actually going to take off flame harvesting and put on kind of the alternative here, which is going to be elemental armaments, where your weapon final blows with a damage type that matches your subclass have an escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. Like if you wanted to spawn wells with weapons, this is what you would have to use. I'm using the Teraba, a solar weapon. I get the first kill, no dice. Second kill, no dice. Third kill, no dice. Fourth kill, no dice. Fifth kill, nothing. Then on my sixth kill, I get a well. All right, let's keep going. Let's try that again. Maybe that was just an unlucky run. So I'm going to kill one guy here, 2, 3. Then I'm going to go outside, 4, 5, 6. I get the well. 6 kills later, I get the well. Okay, now let's put on Flame Harvester. And guys, as you can see, I get the first kill. All right, no well. Second kill. Okay, there's the well. 2 kills. I go from 1 well every 6 kills to 1 well every 2 kills. Now, if I do kill like 3 enemies really close together, it might be 1 well every 3 kills and stuff like that, but it's pretty darn consistent, 1 well every 2 kills. And if for some reason this isn't good enough, guys, throw on 1 Bountiful Wells mod, and as you can see, that 1 well turns into 2. So every 2 kills you get 2 solar wells, which averages out to a well for every single kill with your weapon. The only requirement here is to be using a solar exotic weapon. And I mean, that's pretty easy to do. Stuff like the Teraba is absolutely fantastic. Or you could just use, oh, I don't know, the Galahorn, the Lament. It doesn't have to be a primary weapon, although that will be more consistent in the long run. So this Flame Harvester mod can end up being your one and only well-producing mod. You don't need to stack, elemental armaments and elemental ordnance, right? You just have Flame Harvester. That is going to be producing more than enough solar wells that you need. And again, you can combine that with 1 Bountiful Wells if you're really going hard after wells. And then the rest of your build can just be payoffs. And the biggest one is going to be Well of Life, just giving you that constant health regeneration whenever you pick up a solar elemental well, and because you're producing 1 every 2 enemies, or potentially 1 every 1 enemy if you're using Bountiful Wells, you are just constantly healing. You are never not healing. And, I mean, as you guys can see here, I can put both of these on the same armor piece if I have like an Artifice class armor, so that's pretty amazing too. Then you have payoffs like Font of Might, which is going to improve your solar weapon damage by 25%. You're already using a fantastic solar exotic, that doing 25% more damage, and again, consistently, because you're going to be producing so many wells, you're always going to have that Font of Might damage bonus up. That's going to be rock solid. Another combo, if you want to, again, just really exploit the fact that you're producing so many elemental wells, is high energy fire. As long as you're charged with light, you get another damage boost, and this stacks on top of Font of Might for an incredible weapon damage boost overall, and then you simply use elemental charge, so if you pick up a solar elemental well in your solar subclass, you get charged with light ×2. So even with base Flame Harvester, where you're producing one well every 2 kills, every time you pick up that well, you're charged with light ×2, that's 2 kills worth of high energy fire. So you can be constantly charged with light and constantly have high energy fire for every single kill, guys. It is insane. Alright, but the one thing you need to make all of this work is a good exotic solar weapon. So let's talk about some of the best ones to be using. I will say, however, you can use the Drang. For whatever reason, I found out during my testing that, as you can see, with flame harvesting and no other well producing mods on, I was making solar wells with the Drang. Apparently it's coded as an exotic in Destiny 2, so there you have it. But in terms of actual practical exotics to use, firstly, obviously you have the Teraba. You saw me use it at the beginning of the video. This thing is fantastic. When Ravenous Beast is active, you are shredding through enemies, even powerful enemies like champions and yellow bars. And it actually got a recent buff where it doesn't lose all of that Ravenous Beast energy when you switch weapons. You still don't want to do that, but you can, and it won't be as devastating as before. Another great option here, and another recipient of a recent buff, is actually the Prometheus Lens Exotic Trace Rifle. Trace rifles are actually a featured gun type this season. They have several seasonal mods that let them deal with certain champions. Their finders are significantly reduced in cost and so on. And the Prometheus Lens actually causes Scorch to a target, and that Scorch is going to synergize with all of your fragments and aspects that have anything to do with it. For example, the fragment that gives you more class ability energy when you deal Scorch, that will trigger from the Prometheus Lens, which is going to be belting out so much more damage with the Font of Might plus high energy fire combo. It is actually insane how good this thing is with this build. And another amazing one that gets out of hand fast is the Sunshot. This is going to make it so that every single enemy you kill is going to explode with solar damage, and if you kill enemies with that solar explosion, they then explode with solar damage, and again, you can ad clear like crazy with this thing. Holy crap, I was having a ton of fun using the Sunshot. But obviously, you don't have to really mold your build too far around this stuff. Just throw on the Galahorn, the Lament, and you can just use a very meta build with Flame Harvester to be an unbelievably easy way to acquire these solar wells. But if you do have room on your build for a solar exotic primary, the consistency of well production goes through the roof, and it is absolutely fantastic to have constant healing, constant damage boosts. It is just crazy. Guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.